Sonic Rascal.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a special 4th of July Nexus Wormhole commentary. This is your host, Sonic Rascal, and today we are celebrating freedom, independence, the fabric of a nation going through a lot of changes. Now, you may ask yourself, what is this guy doing here dressed like this? Well, I have the freedom to do that. You cannot stop me for expressing myself and my artistic ability to whatever way I choose. So I wanted to speak out to the abyss, to the masses, to the ones that hear me, to the ones that are opening up right now in some level, trying to figure out what's going on in this space-time continuum, in this small dot called America, this experiment called America. Many leaders are corrupted. We have politicians that weren't ready for this agenda, this virus, this economic downturn, and they really don't care about you. They only care about being reelected. They only care about their friends with big pockets, and it's about seats in Congress. It's about lobbyists. And stay strong, America. Things are going to change. Something's going to happen. And it's going to be a good thing. It's going to come from a good place. There are a lot of people, especially young people, that want to destroy. They want to torch things. They want to put things on fire. They want to scrape ashes off the sidewalk. You have to reform. You have to add on. You have to revision. Destruction is no way of doing anything right, anything concrete, anything that has a purpose. The destruction at this moment, it's not a good idea. And you can go back to Rome. Rome was the light. And after the fires, the Dark Ages became the next face of Rome, of knowledge. All the things that they had learned, aqueducts, and all the technology they had was lost for centuries. Some would say, no, they weren't lost. It just changed doctrines. It changed empires, and it was lost. People did things a lot differently, and it wasn't always better. I still believe in the American dream. You have to understand that a house divided cannot stand against its enemies. You have Russia and China that are watching. They're smiling. And while we fight about the economy, a new virus, and the way the media covers the left, the right, and all the racism, the way it wants to, how do I say this, project a specter of unknown racism. Because we all know that this country has had a lot of racism. It was built in racism, but we cannot look at the past. We have to move forward. We cannot go back 200 years. We can't say to ourselves that we are the same people that all this evil came from. We had a constitution. We had a plan. And even when people tell me, well, everyone was white that wrote the Constitution, I'm like, yeah, I know they were, but it's still a beautiful paper. What do you want to say about that? All I can tell you is that, once again, a house divided cannot stand against its enemies, cannot stand within itself. You know, I believe that the media is really not doing a good job right now. We have Chinese spies sharpening their claws and teeth. We have Russia looking at us, waiting to see what happens. And to all the youth, dive into the deep. Everyone at universities, everyone that's studying what America is, it's messy. But get every side of the stories. Get the left, the center, the right, and what's beneath. Beneath is messy. Even things that are not always what they seem have some truth in it. I myself am a product of this experiment. I love African Americans. I love Black people. I love African people from Africa. I love people from Japan. I love people from China. I love people from Pakistan. You have to love them because you are part of the human race. And this experiment, it's the best thing we got. It may not be the best country, but what is the best country? Tell me, where is that with 350 million people that are all combined to become something better, to become one? I don't support any kind of hidden agenda. I like the idea of Black Lives Matter, but I don't support Marxist or Maoist in leadership positions. I don't support anybody using the Marxist movement in any way, using minorities for an evil agenda. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for what America stands for. I don't support white privileged teachers in universities destroying the ability to question everything around you. And but what I mean is not just white. We're talking about privilege. And privilege is something that you don't really even know what it means anymore. Everybody has an answer for it. And go ahead, write yours down. I support all Americans, every color, every shade of blue, every shade of red. But I support free speech above all. I support critical thinking above all. And listen, you have to respect authority. You have to also question authority, but you have to have tolerance and patience. And hopefully you understand what the two words common sense means, because the idea of common sense is leaving every institution. You have to respect science. You have to respect math. The foundation of our civilization is based on that, on those two sciences predominantly. The media is creating a specter force of racism, and it's not that horrible things haven't happened. We did not see horrible things, gruesome, grotesque. But what I'm saying is, you have to dig deeper. You have to look deeper. You have to believe in America. You have to get this guilt off of these young white people feeling guilty for being white. I mean, look, don't feel sorry for me. And just to let you know, I am I am part of the experiment of America. I am smarter, stronger, and faster. Yo soy más inteligente, más fuerte y más rápido que ustedes. And you out there, white people, Black people, red people, brown people, use love. Love is the way. Love, not breaking windows, not destroying people's dreams, not marching and not knowing what you're marching for. You know, you have to look at the history. There's three sides of everything. I do understand what the statues mean. I do understand that some of them and most of them might have to come down or should come down, but it's how you do it. Use the law. Use common sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. All the leaders that I see right now are corrupted. I think that we need. How is it in a country like this we have two old men fighting for the most powerful position, and they seem mentally sick? It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. I don't understand the 1619 project. It's not the way to go. I cannot be held accountable for what my great grandparents from one side of the family or from the left side of the family from who knows what did. Now, saying that, I do understand that the African American population and the American Indians suffered, were literally pretty much destroyed as a people. And I'll tell you what, there's stars in my light. I see those two groups as the stars that will hopefully illuminate our future. But now with Maoist or Marxist as leadership, that does not work. Look at Hong Kong right now, guys. What's going on in Hong Kong? Everything's so quiet. So I still believe in the American dream. That's all I have to say this 4th of July. There must be a better way to deal with all the pain that the African American community has suffered, all the pain that the American Indian community have suffered. And how do you go back centuries or even several hundred years and at the moment are how do you go? I don't have the answers. I hope somebody out there that's not a Marxist or a Maoist is really thinking about these questions, because it's all about love. And if it's a question of repairing the blood that we came from, the idea where we came from, the suffering, the violence, we have to see it. We have to acknowledge it. We have to read about it, but we cannot continue it. It cannot move forward. It doesn't work. An eye for an eye makes everyone blind. So these are my thoughts today. You want to judge me? Judge me. You want to cancel me? Cancel me. I'm no one. I'm a shadow. Like I said, I believe in freedom of speech. I do not have the answers. I am not an expert by any means. I'm one of you. And I want things to work out. So, from the shadows of my small podcast, Nexus Wormhole, I wish you all a happy 4th. Arigatou gozaimasu. Muchas gracias. Merci. Oui, oui. I love you, America. I love you.
You are in the Nexus Wormhole.
You are in the Nexus Wormhole with your host, Sonic Rascal.